With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Now a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek William. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play fake here on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by a former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams from 21 yards away.
And the Rams are back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Joshua Carney to kick off.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Second and 1.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Third down and
The man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They'll try for the first with Walker.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
That'll be caught. It's caught. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They'll drop the crow. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Mark Andrews from 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Wide open receiver complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there.
3rd and 2.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw again.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
First run now for Kyron Williams.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will... the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Going to be taken in here by the crew.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That one in the hands of Adams downfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Minshew sets to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 of the 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Kyron Williams
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Seahawks 28, Rams 14. Joshua Hardy to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
And the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now they'll come out now in an empty backfield. 5 receivers split out, 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They're going to look to throw.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. He'll drop to throw.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
To kick off for Seattle.
The Rams set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Adams, the man in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
first down. He'll drop to throw it. It's caught here by Adams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch of this third quarter, he had 7 in the first half. It's also a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Rams first down.
Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Julian Love picks it. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their quarterback. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Rams 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
They'll drop to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
16 yards. And the Rams
Back to throw now on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for Rams. First down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
And his pass incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, That's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Rams 14. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Adams.
The rookie from Tennessee orchestrating things well. It's a 1st down here.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
This one swung out to Williams. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 9 on the
throw. Touchdown!
Kyron Williams.
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
42. Rams 21. Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They'll bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Rondale Moore on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
finds his man, complete. That's Adams.
Now an injury timeout, and that is Devontae Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Pass complete there to McCool.
Escapes the defender. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Rams.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Rams on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Well, he's got it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Puka Nacua.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And Minshew will throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
29.
Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they will take a knee here. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down the middle.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers They do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Minshew. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
Rams first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down.
It'll be Minshew again. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only did they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Minshew. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.